All right, for this assignment, we were talking about the best learning spaces in our school, and Mr. Stitt's science room came to mind immediately thinking about this. So instead of myself trying to explain, I thought, why not just go to the source? So with that, here's Mr. Stitt explaining how he's bringing kids learning to the 21st century.
All right, hello. I'll just keep this a brief summary. Essentially, I prioritize my students having a healthy and safe learning environment. That's more important than my academic instruction, because if my students are in a safe place where they can be free to learn, then the learning doesn't happen as efficiently or at the mastery level. So I prioritize the safety and health of my students first. And as far as my academic instruction, I've relied very heavily on the work of Haiti, who has been very influential, and my practice is essentially a personalized learning environment where I utilize technology, which I'll kind of show behind me. My students are using Chromebooks. I have offloaded my instruction to the internet, so if my students miss class because of sports or illness, they can continue to perform outside of the class time, which means they aren't reliant on me for instruction. And so all of the material is available online, and then I don't spend a lot of time at the board. I teach on demand at the board. I teach individually, tutoring at student tables. I actually have a student-teacher conferencing desk right here, so this is where I can meet with students individually to discuss their issues with learning. In the curriculum development, I organize my material into units and chapters, so to speak, and from there I develop learning targets, and my students perform a variety of tasks and record them in a journaling process. And in that journaling process, they're documenting their learning. And the methodology for that is 4 parts, which is to see the gap from what they know, prior knowledge, to what I'm asking them to learn in the learning targets. Then they do goal setting and planning for step 2. Step 3 is their learning strategies, where they can perform tasks such as making slideshows, journaling about their processes, taking notes, and so on, making posters. And then the 4th step is to close the gap, where they reflect on their learning and self-assess. And so that's really the core of what I'm doing here. And I believe you wanted to show them some examples.
Yeah, I just wanted to walk around the room a little bit and show different students are working on different things. They can do different things to show they meet the mastery. So I'll just kind of flip it around and talk here. Some people are doing things on the Chromebook themselves, typing things out. Other people are doing different things to show they're learning about the solar system, different diagrams. And then we also have a 3D diagram for another class, which is another way that students can show their learning. So a lot of great things going on in this space visually. It's not a new building by any stretch of the imagination, but the learning that's taking place in here is spectacular. Hope everybody has a great week, and go Bison.